Well, my family calls me Whoopi. I think I'm a bit like her because she's not in the mold. She's different.
Sometimes in life you meet people and instantly know that they will change the way you think and the way you act in some way. It doesn't matter how big or small their influence is, but it is clear that life won't be the same after meeting them. Those meetings are both rare and valuable, and this video is about one of them. The name of my interview partner and protagonist of this video is Sister Scholastika McQueen. And yes, you've got it right. This video is about a nun. So, let's start our interview with a question that's pretty easy for us to answer, but it could be a bit harder for Sister Scholastika to reply to. Sister Scholastika, do you understand why we chose you for our movie with the title My Hero?
I have no idea. I think you couldn't find anybody else to do it. It's just so important to be open for people. And I think that our house has become like a homeland for the heart for so many people. They come back again and again and again and say, I just need to come in here and I feel better. And I think that's wonderful. I think it's just great.
I met Sister Scholastika in the autumn of 2017. That was the time when the project YouthBridge Munich had just started, and I was lucky enough to be one of the participants. YouthBridge is a leadership project for teenagers from various religious, ethnical or cultural communities who want to make the world a better place through their social engagement. This amazing project has its roots in the Big Apple, New York. It was founded 2 years after 9/11 and since then has the great goal to prevent hate, intolerance and fear between different communities. Among other things, UBs, that's how we call YouthBridge participants, have to visit seminars and workshops to learn from inspiring people and through this come closer to their goal. I remember very well how puzzled we were when Sister Scholastika invited us to have our very first introductory YouthBridge seminar in her convent, which is located on the Fraueninsel. Literally translated, it means Women's Island. It is located on the Chiemsee, the biggest Bavarian lake, which is also called the Bavarian Sea. We were asking ourselves many questions. Sure, it is a very nice place, but how will young leaders with different religious backgrounds feel in a Catholic women's monastery? Does it make any sense to locate such a young and progressive seminar in a place that couldn't be more conservative? And overall, what does an educational seminar for the leaders of tomorrow have in common with an ancient monastery? As we found out, all our clichés and stereotypes about monasteries had nothing to do with the monastery on the Fraueninsel. While many monasteries fell into decay, collapsed or passed into private hands, this monastery had a completely different fate. The reason for that was that a very special person was there at the right place and the right time. Sister Scholastika.
When we were in very great financial difficulties 27 years ago and we had to close all our schools, the abbess called me to her and said, well, what would you do with this house if you had anything to say? And what happened then was just amazing because we began a seminar house and we now have 20,000 people who come overnight to stay and 600 seminars a year, and that was something completely new. This is what Whoopi Goldberg experiences too, that people just cannot believe that a person could possibly be in a convent who's like that. And well, I have a lot of fun about that.
Many years have passed since then, and it's become a tradition of YouthBridge to have its introductory seminar here, on the Fraueninsel. Jews, Muslims, Christians and atheists come together in this convent to get to know each other better. Ideas for common projects are being born there, and UBs learn how to really respect each other. Behind these strong walls, strong friendships are being born.
So for me as a YouthBridge participant, it's really an honor to be here every year for our first seminar, where the new participants can meet each other, can get to know each other better. And I wanted to ask you why it's so important for you to host those teenagers with different backgrounds year after year.
The passion for bringing young people together, because we live in such a multicultural world, and if we don't learn to get on with each other, we're never going to live in peace. Labels belong on whiskey bottles and not on people. I've asked the young people, well, why do you get on with each other? And I said, give me one word, what is the key? And they tell me it's respect. And we can learn from each other. We're getting to know each other. And I think this is just so important, and for me YouthBridge is one of the great things. I think there should be a YouthBridge in every single city. I really think it's important.
It is a great compliment to hear such words about our project from a person who is, for sure, a role model for so many UBs. We hope that we'll be able to come back again and again to this amazing place, and we will see Sister Scholastika as healthy, strong and content as ever. And now, let's go back to the topic with which we've started this interview: heroes.
What does it mean for you to be a hero, and do you have a personal hero?
You know, I've been in touch with a lot of very wonderful people here, people who really are changing the world. Perhaps sometimes just in small ways, but it's making a difference.
Humbleness, intelligence, outstanding open-mindedness, and a great sense of humor. These are the traits that make Sister Scholastika so special. She's a hero for me and so many other UBs since the first moment we met her. The most important reason for that is that no matter how hard you try, you'll never be able to pigeonhole her. Or, how she would probably say, don't try to put a label on me, put it on a whiskey bottle.